Now, reading history from a book isn't quite as personal as learning from it from someone who has experienced it firsthand.
Cronkite News reporter Andrew Christiansen joins us in studio. Andrew, you got to speak with an organization that lets students interview veterans. What was that like?
It really put me in the shoes of the students that are a part of the Veterans Heritage Project, because I also got to interview a veteran and see what kinds of experiences he went through and how it impacted him.
Harris Island.
Vietnam veteran Phil Yin laughs as he looks at his guideline book for the Marine Corps from boot camp, reminiscing about his time in the military during the 1960s. In his home, military treasures speak to what he learned during his service.
One of the things I think the Marine Corps taught me is discipline. And the Marine Corps has 3 words, actually: adapt, improvise, and overcome. And I use those 3 words in my professional career all the time.
Yin's experiences were captured by the Veterans Heritage Project, an organization that allows middle school, high school, and college students to interview veterans. Their work is published annually in books entitled Since You Asked. There are currently 15 volumes and 30 school partners.
And their individual stories really capture what is the cost of war. It's a lot beyond just words on a page or numbers. It's beyond that, and students learn that historical events they're nuanced.
One of the students who interviewed Yin was Jake Sonnenberg, who was so inspired by his experience with VHP in high school that he started a chapter at ASU.
It's those kinds of stories that really stick with me, as well as the lessons of leadership. And I think you get more lessons from the stories after the conflict, after their service.
Interviews conducted by students are archived at the Library of Congress. Executive Director of VHP Michelle DeMuro says students are improving their writing and researching skills as well as their confidence.
And you realize what they went through, what they overcame. That student then looks at their own life and realizes, my problems aren't that bad. I can work through this.
Yin says being interviewed brought up a lot of feelings he had been holding back, and that he is now understood better because he was able to share his story through VHP.
And I think all the schools, whatever town you go, should have organizations like VHP. I think it's an excellent vehicle for the students to learn about history, to learn about the different wars. Before you know it, if you don't capture that information, it's going to be lost. And what better way to capture it than have a student one-on-one with a veteran that experienced that.
VHP also has a speaker series where veterans talk to students about their war experiences, in addition to a scholarship program that has awarded more than $100,000 that allows students to pursue secondary education or to travel.
What a great program, especially for a learning opportunity for those students and those veterans. Now, if someone wants to get in contact with VHP, how do they do that?
You can go on their website on veteransheritage.org. You can also follow them on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrew.